Hi, hello everybody. This is Javier Florencio from Spain. Some of you may already know me, and you may know that what I like to collect is basically what I call collecting beyond the juguetes, following up from the Facebook group collecting beyond the toys. So basically everything that goes beyond the toys, PvP and POC toys in Spain. And yeah, I just wanted to cooperate on this thing that the V3 was organizing. I'm a big believer of Farthest From. I was there last year. I really enjoyed the atmosphere, the format, the small scale, and I think you guys have a very nice spirit there in the Farthest From and the UK for collecting. And that's why I decided that I wanted to cooperate. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna show to you what is my collection of everything I have for El Imperio Contraataca in Spain, that it's basically beyond the toys. Okay guys, so yeah, I'm gonna start sharing with you first the video and cinema items that I have. And yeah, so I lay out everything on the ground, on this carpet, because I don't have everything well displayed. I have things that basically are just spread about in the room as they are. And yeah, I'm gonna go through some of the items that I have. I'm not fully complete on the Empire Strikes Back items in Spain, but I have quite a few. So the first thing is the Super 8s, right? In Spain we had two Super 8s, the Part 1 and Part 2 that were produced. As you can see, you can read somewhere there, it's only 17 minutes. And yeah, you can see inside the reel, right? The other one. And yeah, what to say, between the two reels, you don't make the full movie, you just have a few parts. And this is really the most difficult Super 8 to find from all the Super 8s that were produced in Spain. It actually, this is where it ended, the Super 8 production in Spain. There is no Super 8 for Retorno del Jedi. Now you can see here that additionally, I'm a freak of collecting things that are really minty and inside the original film. So I have the same one, the first one in the original film, sealed. So packaging films sealed, which is something really I like very much, and I paid quite a bit of money for it. So these are where all the Super 8s that were produced for Empire Strikes Back. Then we go to the video, and you can see here the VHS and the beta versions of the movie produced, and then we have some cases, some pirate copies that were produced in Spain, and I think sometimes they were in the video clubs for renting these pirate copies. It's unbelievable. But they were also, it was very common, as you know, the copyright law in this early 80s in Spain still was not very enforced. So it was very common to copy cassettes of audio and also of video. And this is very cool. This is something I just got, which is an advertisement coming for a VHS in just a magazine, a video TV and cinema magazine from 1982 or yeah, something like that, because it was announcing that the videos, which are from '83, were coming. Then we move here, some more promotional items for a video release. This is a flyer where you can see different movies that yeah, they were promoting, and yeah, you have here the promotion of the Empire Strikes Back, saying that very soon it was going to come in video. Again, the video arrived in '83. This is not really from '80. As you know, VHS and beta still was not a very extended format in that period of time. This is something very cool. It's quite unique. I haven't seen any other. You can see it's flipped, because this is actually a sticker for the glass of the cinemas to be basically sticked, I think, somewhere, the other way around, right? This way, so that from the glass outside, the people who was entering into the video club, they could see that the movie was announced. So it's a reverse sticker for inside the glass. That's why you can see it inverse. And this is very rare. It's the only time I have seen this. This is cool. As I said, in Spain we had a tradition to copy everything and have home copies. And this is basically something, I'm not sure if it was given away in some in some magazines or if it was given away or just sold somewhere. But basically, you could cut it and put it inside the tape, and then on the tape spine, right? And you could put the VHS of the beta. So it's to make your own copies and give it a nice touch of quality. This is the last item from the video promotion. This is a promotional poster that was released on the Fotogramas magazine, also I think in '83 when the video was released. And yeah, it's foldable. That it was coming in this magazine. It happened the same thing for the Guerra de las Galaxias, but not for Retorno del Jedi. And yeah, it's interesting, difficult to see, but one interesting thing is that it has, I think they use somehow the same template or the same printing thing that they use for this promotion, because you can see here in kind of black color, dark color, disponible ya in su video club, which means available now in your video club for renting. But they darkened it somehow, but still it remains. I don't know if you can see it. It must be seen against the light, but it's a cool thing that you discover when you have it in hand. Then we move into the cinema promotion items. Not a lot of stuff, as I said. One of the things that happened with Empire Strikes Back is, for some reason, despite it was in the 80s and Spanish economy was booming, and as you know, in the 80s there were many toys made here in the countries, a lot of promotional items for any movie. For some reason, on Empire Strikes Back, they invested really much more or less than for any other of the movies. And basically what I have is the standard stuff that was produced. These are the lobby cards, right? Which were used in the cinema lobby for promotion display, and so the people could see the content of the movie. I'm not complete on them because the full set is 24. I don't have all of them, and they are quite rare and expensive to find in this such a good condition. So this is one of the items. The second one is more common, and I have sold many when I have found lots. This is the cinema guide, and you can see that it has the original poster, and it has behind a synopsis and the details of who the actors were. I mean the famous stars were, and which character they were performing for. And the cool thing is that it's difficult to see, but it's unbelievable the quality on which this thing was made. And this was a giveaway, by the way, in the cinemas. This was for free. You could take it when you were going to see the movie. This was a tradition of the 80s, and it's a lost tradition. I think mostly it's not done anymore in the cinemas. But the quality of the printing and how thick is the paper, it's unbelievable. I think even today we wouldn't make it so well done. This is something very rare, and it's these are another kind of lobby cards in black and white. I only have this one. Very, very difficult to find the others. I have them located, but the owner is asking me really a lot of money for the full set. This actually came in the press dossier that was given to the journalists with when they were announcing officially and doing a media, let's say, presentation of the movie. But also they were used in the cinemas as lobby cards when these ones were still not available. And the last thing I have on cinema and video items is the poster, this is the standard one. I think there are 6 variants of the poster. I only have this one. I really need to work on completing my set of the posters. It's in quite good quality, and you can see from far away the offset printing that identifies the posters, and also the way they are folded is the way to identify that it's an original poster from the 80s, as you probably, the ones that are experts on posters, you may know. Alright, so we're gonna move into the sticker sections. It's something I really like a lot. It's unbelievable because when I started collecting Star Wars items, I never thought I was gonna fall in love with collecting the stickers and everything around it. I'm just gonna show you the stuff that I have. This is the classical Empire Strikes Back Imperio in Spain. The stickers that was released by Fair is the name of the company. Maybe it's located. Should be somewhere there. Well, Fair, there we go. Yeah, which was based in north of Spain. So basically for this sticker album, they changed from Pacosa Dos, which was a company making the first one from Star Wars in '78. They changed to another company north of Spain. And as you can see, it's very similar to the one you have in UK. The difference is that, if I'm not wrong, the stickers here are actually cards, right, like this, made of thin cardboard. And they had to be glued, whilst in the album from UK, at least the one I think I've seen, they were really stickers. So here, it's very normal to find it with a lot of stains of glue and all the stuff. This is in very, very, very good condition. Difficult to find in this condition because basically I have had many passing through my hands, so I had the opportunity to upgrade it. And it's interesting that in the last page, you could do a promotion where basically you could send and request the numbers of stickers that were remaining. And I'm not 100% sure on this, but what the people say is that when you completed this album, you could send the album complete to the producing company, and they were returning to you the album with this full set of 12 cards, which are the size of a trading card from US, right? This is extremely, extremely rare and very, very, very expensive, very difficult to find. These cards, that's what I heard from different people, is they were giving them this set away together with the album. They were returning it back when you demonstrated that you had completed it. But also, these were the cards that were coming inside this promotion, right? So the same company had this surprise bag or surprise paper bag that was done for many movies, and one of them was for, or let's say, many different subjects. One of them was Empire Strikes Back. And inside you find a small toy, which can be a little gun or a spiral for like a little helicopter thing, together with some of these envelopes, right? Or some other, packs of cards, and one of these stickers. Right, so obviously you had to buy many of these to be able to complete the full set of 12. This is very, very difficult to find. Now, another thing that is very difficult to find is to find the original album completely empty. This was really a lucky find that I had a couple of years ago. It's totally empty, never used, absolutely minty. Unbelievable that this has survived until today. Somewhere had it maybe in some shelves and forgot it, and totally minty. And as you know, I like to have it both complete, minty. And now I'm working on my full set of loose stickers, which are very expensive. And the reason for that is that, for some reason in Spain, the stickers, this collection is the most expensive collection of cards or stickers in Spain. So I'm working on completing my full set. And this is actually the box that used to be coming to sell them in the kiosks and so in Spain. And the box was coming with full of these packages, right, inside. So you can imagine a closed box with full of these twin packages with these stickers. The rare thing here is that it's printed in Spain, but it came with the price in dollars, because I think it's the same box they use for Costa Rica. This is something that it's very, 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 very strange. You can find even the colección de estampillas and some address, some foreign address in I think this was in Costa Rica, if I remember well. So it's very strange, but I think they use exactly the same box. That's what I've heard from people. And these are there are many boxes like this that have surfaced. I mean, not many, it's a rare item, but it would be very strange that this has been produced in Costa Rica and it has been appearing here in Spain in the amount that I have seen it. So I really believe now what some collectors say is that really this is the boxes that were used here in Spain. It's a strange story. Then we move into some rare and loose stickers. And again, related with Empire Strikes Back. This is very interesting. It's Super Pop was a magazine for teenagers in the 80s, and you can see that they were announcing that the movie was coming, like La Guerra de las Galaxias 2, right? So not Empire Strikes Back. So this is one of the things that was a giveaway in a magazine. This is the cover in a collection of stickers album which was called Video Wave, featuring just different movies and videos. But this is from late 80s. This is not 80. Okay. Then another of this collection of stickers that were featuring some stickers of specifically Empire Strikes Back is from this collection Telepop, which is actually from the 80s, if I remember well. I think it's, I saw it somewhere that this is from 80. Yeah, you can see from the date of the copyright of the legal deposit. This collection, the Telepop, was produced in the 80s, and it featured these stickers from the Empire Strikes Back scenes. Okay. One last thing, this is not Spanish, but I just like it so much that I bought it. It's a Venezuelan, it's from Venezuela. It's a collection of stickers, drawn covers from movies, and it has actually the 3 movies, and this is the one that it came, number 83 was the Empire Strikes Back, and I like it because it's a very, I don't know, I think it's a very strange thing that they painted separately every single of the covers. I think it's the only non-Spanish art collectible that I have in my memorabilia. And just to finish with the stickers, this is the famous and one of my favorite items from Spain in terms of collectibles beyond the toys or beyond juguetes, as I say. This is the Yo Plate album, the famous Yo Plate album, which was a promotion exclusive from Spain. This was sold in the colmados, in the little food shops. You could buy basically the yogurt, which came with this envelope, which typically is very difficult to find it totally sealed, but this is how the envelope was, and it has original stickers inside. So it came with some stickers like this, right, which is a full set of the stickers, right, that then you could glue in the poster, and when you had the final connection, it was something like this. So this is my framework that I'm using here in my room. But obviously, as I like to have everything also minty if possible, I got this one which is completely unused and have all the stickers still pending to be sticked. So this is part of my collection. So this is all for the stickers section. Okay? Alright, so we move to the next section, which is about books and magazines where Star Wars or Empire Strikes Back was featured in 1980. So in terms of books, again, not a lot of production in Spain. We had this cinema guide book, which I think also was produced in many other countries, right? Which is very common to find, and it's a nice edition. It's really very nice, and it explains the movie and the things behind the movie and so. Then we have the novel, right, which is the only, if I'm not wrong, this is the only release of the movie from the vintage era, the novel from vintage era of Empire Strikes Back in Spain. And then we had the comic, which is the similar release to what was done in the US. They put here the logo of the 78 comics La Guerra de las Galaxias together with Empire Strikes Back. And this is very cool. I like also to pair items with the advertisement. And this is the advertisement. Unfortunately, when I bought it, this is something I hate, when the people is cutting the page from in this case, it's from just a comic magazine. And they remove the advertisement, and I hate that because I like to keep it in the frame of I think it's nice to see the thing inside the original magazine or the original comic, just to frame it together in the context of the year 1980. But anyway, it's the advertisement that was appearing for this comic book. Then we move here, some strange things that I have. This is something, this is from late, I think it's 84, 85. And it features, it was apparently an encyclopedia of several numbers about the greatest movies of the history. And it's curious because number 9 was featuring actually this picture from Empire Strikes Back on the cover, if I'm not wrong. This is in Hoth, in Deco Base. And inside I was searching for it, but there is absolutely nothing related to the Empire Strikes Back movie, right? They don't mention it at all. They mention many other movies, But yeah, I bought it because I think it was an interesting item that was appearing. I brought one of these also to Duncan when I was at his home. Then moving on, a little bit more on comics. This is I think it's all the magazines from weekly magazine by the newspaper El País, in which the last page, this is also from 1980. They were publishing very short, a very short piece of comic book, right, from just one page, from La Guerra de las Galaxias, Star Wars, and yeah, you can see here is from 1980, yeah, December 1980. These are a couple of movie magazines, right, in which they feature a cover of related with Empire Strikes Back. You can see Lobot here and Yoda, right? And yeah, I think also inside they have some article about. I love to collect, especially if they have cover. And then we move into posters that were released into magazines. Yeah, we have this. I don't know how you say it. We call it Pink Press in Spain, which is basically magazines about famous people and gossips and all the stuff. One is Lecturas, and you can see the poster from Mark Hamill, right, in the X-Wing for Empire Strikes Back. You can have one from another similar magazine called Semana for Yoda. You can have another one here from Semana also. And yeah, the cool thing is that they come with all the advertisements of I like to see the back always, because it brings me to the memories of those times, right? And you can see another one from Mark Hamill in Bespin outfit, and you can see the the advertisement. Yeah, another one from Chihuahua, and you could see here the advertisement of I guess some stuff for girls. And this is a poster that I like very much, because this was a challenge, kind of a special promotion that they did in the magazine Lecturas for people to paint a cover or try to draw something related with Star Wars, and this is the winner from that challenge. And I consider this Empire Strikes Back, because this was when they were gearing up in the magazines for a new movie. And this is the winner that they publish it in one of the magazines inside, right? It came folded, so also it has some advertisement in the back. And this is from 1980, early 1980. So this was when they were gearing up for Empire Strikes Back. And the last thing is this poster from El Gran Musical, which is it was a music magazine from the 70s and 80s. I think it was stopped somewhere late 80s, which was featuring this poster. It's very difficult to find, and yeah, unfortunately you can see I did this thing. This is in the last time I exposed it in Starraco Wars. There was some, so I learned to protect things better when I gonna organize some expos. But this is a very rare poster, really to find. So this is all about posters and magazines. All right, so I don't collect any more PvP and Pulp figures or toys, but I like the advertisement part. And that's what I'm gonna show you here, some pieces of advertisement. This is advertisements, it's not a full set of all the advertisements that appear for the Empire Strikes Back toy line, but I think it's quite complete. And this is the three that appear in big format on the back of some comic books, right? And these are the ones that appear in small format size and the back of some other comic books. And this is the most rare one that was appearing inside one of these magazines with famous people and all the stuff, right? Again, for Empire Strikes Back. And this is also interesting because, let me see if I'm able to find it. This is actually a toys magazine where you can see toys from, Argan Boys, if you like all kind of toys. And there is a specific one, but I lost here the page, which was related to Star Wars. Oh, there we go.
This is the page with the advertisement of the Empire Strikes Back toy line. Again, yeah, this is from, must be from 82, something like that. Just before, maximum before they move into Return of the Jedi, which is 82, 83. And you can see, yeah, this beautiful advertisement, very well printed, with very good quality. It's actually, yeah, it's a very thick, yeah, it's from 83. This is just right before they released the Return of the Jedi toy line. And here, this is an Isofix catalog from also 82, right? And they feature all the different new maquettes, new models that were made for the Empire Strikes Back. You can see here, right? And I like it also. I think it's a very cool piece of memorabilia, and that's why I put it into my collection. I have the one from 83 where they already appear, if I'm not wrong, the ones from Return of the Jedi. And just to finish, this is the very famous catalog, very expensive, hard to find, nicest catalog from the toys from Empire Strikes Back, with the the special picture that they did for these card backs, the 3741 bag. Okay. Yeah. Again, I'm not collecting any more toys, but I think it's a nice item to as a piece of memorabilia also.
And I don't have a lot of music items from Empire Strikes Back. There were not really many cassettes or vinyl discs that were produced. They are very easy to find, and that's why I only have these two. I need to work on getting more of them. I think maybe there are like 2-3 more of this big size format than this, and not many cassette really. It's a very easy item to find, so I'm always a little bit lazy to buy them when I see them, but at some point I will have to finalize that part of the collection. Alright guys, so just to finish, I'm gonna show you the 3 items from the Empire Strikes Back, let's say beyond the toys in my collection, that I really am more proud, and because of the difficulty are the rarity. And one of them is this, I just recently published this on internet for the first time. It came into my collection in January, and it's actually the C3PO Hostman Custom that was produced in 80-81. And yeah, you can see it's basically, it's kind of a body for a custom for all the body, which are printed C3PO here in the torso, sorry, with a mask. And later on there were some replicas, some bootlegs produced on the same masks, and the mask was also very similar to the one using the Hostman custom for the droid's similar custom. And it's very nice, you know, it displays, the box is very nice. Unfortunately, it's not in minty condition. I have it protected with just a film, because I like to protect the items from the dust and all the stuff, and I didn't want to open it, hope that it shows well in the camera. This is a very nice, very rare collectible. Long story behind the acquisition of this one. Yeah, this show up together with some others from the 5 that exist in the line, and actually Hostman produced Han Solo, Luke Skywalker, Leia, C3PO, and Darth Vader. Similar customs. Darth Vader is the most difficult one. And give me a second, because I'm going to show you the proof. As I like to do research and all these things, that's the way I collect. I bought also this paper that was used by the sales reps from Hostman to provide it to the toy shops or the shops where they used to sell, so they can indicate which ones and how many of every of the customs. And you can see here Luke, Han, C3PO, Darth Vader, and the Princess Leia with the references and the prices. And yeah, this is something from Hostman. And it's very cool to own this thing and have the documentation of the 5 that existed. It's from the campaign for the Carnival in early 81. Now, yeah, this is one of the 2 items I wanted to show you. The second one, I think I already showed. I need to display it on to put photos in Facebook. This is very cool, because this thing I thought it never existed. when I saw it for first time for sale, I was really astonished because I thought it was an unproduced item. If you remember the catalog here, you could see that there were a series of Empire Strikes Back items. Some were just the regular Escape from the Death Star game, together with the puzzles that were produced in '78 by Borràs. The only thing that they were changing is the logo from Guerra de las Galaxias to El Imperio Contraataca. And I believe these were never produced for sure. And I was sure that these two were never produced because I had never seen one. And actually, when I discovered that this really existed and it was available, I bought it from a collecting friend. And it's not in the best conditions. It's used, and you can see here somebody painted Yoda and has all the different papers already painted and used. But I don't know. This is a very, very strange story about this because I think probably there are no more than 5 these in collections in Spain. And so it's a very strange story on what they did with the production of these toys. When I saw it, I thought it was just a prototype. But then I learned that some other people had it, and I think there are no more than probably 5. So I don't know what Polk did in 81 with this release. If they were really very limited numbers, or it's something really very strange. And the last of the items that I want to share with you is something that I just recently added, and I think you're gonna see it properly because you are recording this way. So this is an original, I don't know how to say this, an original printing press master document that was used basically to print this advertisement into, I believe, what it's for a magazine. Now I need to investigate in which magazine. And actually, I don't know how it's, if in the camera is in just the opposite, like it happened with the sticker for a glass to put in the back of the glass, but it's basically when you look at forward is the opposite, right? It's the reverse, let's say the inverse of the poster, because it was what it was used to print after, when it was filled with ink into, I guess, a newspaper advertisement or something like that. And this is something really extremely rare, and also that has survived until these days, because typically these things were destroyed right after they were used, or they had no more to be used in the printing shops. So it's a very, very rare item, and I really didn't think twice to acquire it and put it in my collection, because I think it's a very cool piece of memorabilia. So this is the last of the items that I wanted to show you. Thank you for listening to, and I hope you found it interesting and you discovered something that maybe you didn't know before. Thank you.